because the media doesn't tell you. But these kids, 20 kids and 6 adults got killed up there in Sandy Hook. They'll tell you about that. Done by a so-called that's what the media says, by a so-called crazed gunman. And so they're going to use this lunatic to say that all guns should be taken away. See, they want to take away as many guns as they possibly can. And when they roll on you, because, see, a lot of people, I wouldn't say the majority of the people in the U.S., but there's a lot of people in the Bible Belt, as I spoke about in another episode or another installment. You have a lot of people in the Bible Belt that's all they do is they read the Bible. You got these straight up crackers that say that they're Israelites, all down south, all in the Bible Belt. You had a lot of these Christian organizations, born againers, that go on YouTube and they'll read stories on the mark of the beast and the very chip. And a lot of these Edomites know. Jake doesn't know. The only ones that really know about it among Jake are the elect. The rest of these Jakes, that's why I told you, forget about Jake out there, man. If Jake can't get this, just forget him. Well, I'm just quoting what Abba said so many years ago. If he can't get it, just forget him. And that saying still stands to this very day. Okay? So we don't got to read no more on that. But we got to the main pertinent points. But now I want to change gears. We did the last week's show, the end of the year show, and there was a brother that watches all our videos. His username is the Mad as Hell. Okay, and I'm sure y'all seen his comments, because he always putting comments on our different videos, right? And he asked a question, and I believe it was part 6, if I'm not mistaken, of the end of the year show, which is New Year's Eve of Destruction 2013, because I had mentioned something about the wilderness, and then we didn't really get into it. I called for the scriptures, but we didn't get into it. The Spirit had it changed up to something else, switched up topics. But anyway, he said, well, what's this all about? I heard this before. Could one of you brothers make a video on it and explain it? All right. So since the brother asked a good question, we're going to go into it. All right. Now, when you go back to the time of Moses and our foreparents, when they left out of Egypt, they went and dwelt in the wilderness for 40 years. Now, the reason why the Most High had to make them go into the wilderness before he brought them into the promised land, because he had to separate the righteous Israelites from the wicked ones. And guess what? He killed every last one of them. He killed every last one of them except for 2. Now, the ones that went into the promised land were the children and the grandchildren of the ones that left Egypt. The ones that left Egypt, none of them actually left from Egypt and went into the promised land. None of them made it except for 2, which was Joshua and Caleb. And they were the 2 men that were spies among the other 12 spies, because they had of each tribe outside of Levi. Levi wasn't a part of it, but the tribe of Judah, they had Caleb. And from the tribe of Ephraim, they had Joshua. Then the other tribes' spies, when they went out to spy the land in Canaan to take the land, they were cowards. They said, no, we can't take these people down. But Joshua and Caleb said, look, these people are ready to be taken down. Say again? That's right. They were ready to be taken down. And then the Mosai made a statement, I believe it was the Mosai. He said that they had a different spirit than the others. They had a totally different spirit. Okay? So the reason why we're going to go into the wilderness, and we believe we're going to go down to South America, because we're going to be beamed up in these what the white man calls UFOs, the chariots of Israel. And we're going to actually see the destruction take place pursuant to Psalms 91. That whole chapter, Psalms 91. We're going to see the destruction go down. We're going to see these devils actually getting jacked up. We're going to see these buildings being disintegrated by the lasers and by the missiles. So when we go up into the heavens, the Most High is going to have to bring us back down to the earth, because the kingdom is going to be established on the earth as it is in heaven. See, our kingdom is going to be an earthly kingdom, but we're going to be a spiritual people. Where you going to? Revelation 21? Where was you going to go?
Revelation 5. Show me kings and priests on the earth.
Well, let's go to Revelation 21 first from the top, and then we're going to go to Revelation 5.
Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Right, the first heaven and the first earth will pass away is Esau's heaven and earth, his kingdom, his society. So we're the next kingdom to come into play. That's why it tells you in the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra, that for Esau is the beginning, end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So when you put all these scriptures together, then you have the understanding as to what's going to happen. Go ahead.
And there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem.
And we are Jerusalem. We are Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. It tells you that in Isaiah, the 52nd chapter, the first couple of verses. I believe the second verse to be exact. Go ahead.
I saw, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Who's the bride of the husband? The husband is the Lord, Yahweh Shai. And who's the bride? Israel. So New Jerusalem is not an actual place. It's the people. We're going to come together with the Lord. Go ahead.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Yeah, because our society, the new society, is going to be a perfect society, man. Ain't no Jake going to be ran over by a chariot or struck down by lightning. Ain't no Jake going to die of a heart attack because we're going to eat the proper diet. Ain't no Jake going to stab another Jake. Ain't going to be no drive-bys. Hey, our people, man, they love to kill each other, man. They get off on killing each other. That's why I don't give a flying fuck about it, man. I'm talking about the 2/3. Go ahead.
And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving and abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all